Hi, I'm Rosemary from Twin Flame Healing. I want to talk a little bit about my story and how I got to where I'm at on my journey. And hopefully it will be able to give others a little bit of advice or insight or inspiration as to, I suppose, cope or embrace their twin flame journey. So when I met my twin flame, I was in no way, shape or form wanting a relationship, let alone a twin flame relationship. My life was such that I have been on a personal growth journey for more than 17 years when I'd met him. My life was already starting to go according to soul purpose. I was already an energy healing practitioner, nutritional therapist, massage therapist, and I had written a little self-help book and was writing a blog on personal growth. So I was like on my path. I met my twin flame and I completely got knocked off whatever pedestal I thought I was on, or that I was like making progress, so to speak. But I had obviously been making whatever progress in a sense. So after I met him, I went a little bit haywire in my head because I couldn't quite get my head around this connection. The depth of it was too much from where I had come from in my life and in my upbringing to even assume that something so wonderful could even happen to me. Which is a contradiction because my whole life I believed that I had this other half that belonged to me, and I've thought that since I was a child. But anyway, in meeting my twin, I did push him away and I landed up running, because that's the description. But if I can say that I've been a runner, chaser, stayer, I've definitely been a combination of all, so I don't think it's one thing specific. Each time I came to new understandings and new depths for myself, I was always drawn back to my twin. He, not so much, but that's his story, and maybe one day in his life he will, want to share that. So basically, we've had this in and out of one another's lives over the last 10 months. We both know that we are something special to each other, and there was a large part of me that wanted to just understand that from a 3D perspective. So for 10 months, his reaction towards me was not something that I had idealistically been thinking that that's what I wanted for myself. So that being said, I used to fight energetically with him all the time, always in my head, and I used to fight. It's like, kind of, you don't have place to be there, or I would be constantly arguing with him as to why he's not the right person for me. And it's quite mad because I used to then get really frustrated because I just wanted my own space and my own head, but every day he was there. And that carried on for nearly 10 months. I had a few months in between where I was able to just go, okay, well, now I'm going to love him, but still had this ego attachment to what that meant for me and what I perhaps wanted back from him. So after 10 months of constant fighting inside of me, with my whole career and background in the work I do, I got to the point where I was just like, you know what, universe, I cannot carry on fighting with this human being for the rest of my life. I am exhausted. Like, literally, I can't do this anymore. And through that and a new shedding and a new layer of the ego ripped off, I kind of got shown that, well, he's not going anywhere. So no matter how much I think he may be wrong for me, or no matter what boxes he's not ticking on a 3D perspective, he is my twin flame and he's not going anywhere. So my choices are accept that, accept him, and see where that takes you. So I did. I put off the fight. I put down the fight. And if he came up in my thoughts and there was anything that was not other than, oh, hi, there you are, I would immediately go, oh, no, wait, I'm not doing that anymore. We're not fighting anymore. Which completely changed my view on twin flames, which completely changed my feeling towards this experience, it's opened me up enough to know that if I have been through hell and back emotionally, I mean, it's what a crazy experience. And I'm a person who threw myself into the healing. Can only imagine what he's been through and what he's been going through. So it kind of, again, took me off my high horse and has given me the opportunity to hold space for him and be compassionate to him. It's given me an opportunity to detach from my thoughts. So, sure, I have thoughts, but it's my choice whether or not I want to attach to those thoughts. If I want those thoughts to, put me on a loop of suffering, I have noticed that I have a choice where I feed my energy and how I feed my energy. The only person I don't have a choice with is my twin. And essentially it's something that I did choose. It's a soul contract, so there's a reason why we are connected. So I can definitely see it from that bigger perspective. So surrender and letting go, I guess, is what it boiled down to for me to get to this point of I'm just okay with whatever. But I don't want or need anything more from whatever this is. I have learned and grown and shed and released more than I could have ever dreamed possible. So for that I have enormous gratitude and love for this soul that has this contract with me to do that for me. And more than that, nothing. There's always going to be a soul pull, but it's not so, it doesn't call me so hard anymore. It's almost quite relaxed now. And then I just, it's okay. I just love him and that's alright. It's not a big deal. 3D communication, we could have communication if we wanted to, if I wanted to, but I choose to just go according to what feels right inside my soul. If I feel I'm drawn to contact him, I will. If I feel that things are just good the way they are, then I respect that too. So there's no kind of rule that I follow or gauge, that I have got this definite way of dealing with it. I have just been really, really open to getting to peace with it all, because that is just the most important thing in the world to me. Acceptance for what this is, whatever it is, wherever it may or may not go to. It doesn't need to go anywhere other than where it is, I guess. That's why it is what it is. So I just completely surrender. I don't try and fight him off my head anymore. I don't try and fight him off my heart anymore. I don't speak ill or pick on things that I think are wrong. I don't do any of that anymore. Or because I realized that all it was doing was kind of hurting me, actually, and it hurts him. But besides which, I couldn't anymore. The fight had to stop. So that's the point that I got to say that all of a sudden I'm just, for now, I feel okay with everything. It's all just okay. The love hasn't changed. It's all still there. It's just not there with all this attachment to horrible thoughts, which has made it peaceful for me. So I hope there's something in that for others. With regards to holding space for your twin, I think it's kind of automatically happens when you start realizing, like, hang on, you haven't been going through this on your own, and actually this person who is energetically connected to you is also going through their process in their way. So it's a little bit egotistical to assume that you've been going through it all alone and that this person doesn't care, etc., etc. And their way of coping is not for us to judge at all, because I know I have really gone through craziness. My twin actually gave a great expression once, or a metaphor for how I hit crisis or crazy station. He said, like, I was like hitting the corner at fifth gear when I hit crazy. So I can only imagine then what he's been through and what he's been going through. And that's the same for all twins, you know. And the best thing that we can do is find peace in ourselves with the journey, so that we can just keep on soul purpose, because this human being is a part of your soul's purpose. It's a part of your soul's destiny. It's why your soul calls you to them. It doesn't mean you have to be with them in 3D. I think you got to be open to what the soul contract is giving you. And I think that will give you far more peace. Your learning will be faster if you can allow yourself the gift of the lessons for yourself and not attach to the human being that the soul is attached to, because they're just a human being going through their human experiences just like you have been. They're not a demigod. They're not like awakened Dalai Lama that they know exactly what's going on in every aspect of life. No, they're trying to sort it out just like you are. So if we had to stop trying to attach to them, I think that gives us peace too. So I do hope that this has helped. If you have any questions, please shout. I do energy healing, and I also teach self-mastery coaching, and obviously particularly for twin flames, based on the twin flame experience and having lived it and living it. So if you'd like to contact me, you can either email me at twinflamehealing11@gmail.com, or you can reach me through Facebook or Instagram. You can direct message me at twinflamehealing1111 on both Facebook and Instagram. So sending everybody huge love. Until next time.